You are sitting by the window early in the morning, and the world feels very quiet. The sky is still soft and pale, and the light is slowly coming into the room. You can hear a little bit of wind outside, and maybe a bird somewhere far away. In front of you, there is a warm drink on the table. It could be tea, or coffee, or just warm water with lemon. The cup is giving off a little steam, and your hands feel warm when you hold it. Nothing is rushing you right now. Nothing is asking for your attention. This is a quiet moment, and you are allowed to stay in it. You look around the room and notice the small things. A chair in the corner, a blanket folded nearby, a book with a page saved in the middle. Maybe there are soft curtains moving a little from the breeze. Maybe the room is simple, but peaceful. You take a slow breath in and then a slow breath out. The day has not fully started yet, and that makes this moment feel special. It feels like the world is still waking up. You think about everything you usually do in a day, the messages, the noise, the plans, the little worries, the things people expect from you. But right now, none of that needs to come first. Right now, the only thing you need to do is sit here, breathe, and listen. Maybe you are tired. Maybe your mind has been busy for a long time. Maybe you have been carrying thoughts that feel heavy, even when no one can see them. Sometimes life becomes loud without asking. Sometimes the days pass so quickly that you do not even notice how much you are feeling. But this morning feels different. This morning is slow. This morning gives you space. You look outside again and see the trees moving gently. The street is still calm. A car passes once in a while, but even that sound feels far away. The air outside looks cool and fresh. If you open the window, maybe you would smell rain from last night, or grass, or the clean scent of a new day. There is something comforting about mornings like this. They do not ask you to be perfect. They do not ask you to know everything. They only ask you to arrive as you are. You do not need to fix your whole life before breakfast. You do not need to have every answer today. You can simply begin. And sometimes, beginning quietly is the strongest thing a person can do. You take another sip from your cup and let yourself settle deeper into the chair. Your shoulders relax a little. Your face softens. Your thoughts are still there, but they are not pushing as hard now. They are passing through more gently, like clouds moving across the sky. One thought comes and then goes. Another feeling rises and then becomes softer. You do not need to chase every thought. You do not need to solve every feeling. You can just notice them and let them move. There is peace in that. There is strength in that too. On mornings like this, it feels easier to believe that your life can become lighter. Not perfect, not magical, not suddenly without problems, but lighter, softer, more manageable, more your own. Maybe that is what you need most right now. Not a huge change, not a dramatic answer, just a gentle moment that reminds you that peace still exists. A moment that tells you that your mind can rest. A moment that shows you that calm is still possible. You look at the clock, but you are not worried about time. The day will continue when it continues. For now, you stay where you are. You listen to the quiet. You listen to your breathing. You listen to the soft sounds around you. And little by little, you feel more present, more here, more connected to yourself. Sometimes people think peace has to be found in a faraway place. They imagine a mountain, a lake, a cabin in the woods, or a beautiful trip somewhere quiet and hidden. But sometimes peace is much closer than that. Sometimes it is in a small room with soft light. Sometimes it is in a slow morning with a warm drink. Sometimes it is in the choice to stop, even for a few minutes, and let yourself exist without pressure. That kind of peace matters too. That kind of peace can change a whole day. You begin to think about simple things you enjoy. Clean sheets, warm showers, fresh air, music playing softly in the background, the feeling of coming home after a long day, the comfort of your favorite clothes, a room that smells clean, light moving across the wall. Small things, but real things. Sometimes small things hold more comfort than big ones. Sometimes healing does not arrive loudly. Sometimes it arrives in quiet forms, and you only notice it when you finally slow down enough to feel it. Outside, the light is getting brighter now. The day is opening. People are waking up. Plans are beginning. Somewhere, someone is getting ready for work. Someone is making breakfast. Someone is walking a dog. Someone is sitting alone, just like you, looking out a window and hoping for a gentle day. It is strange and beautiful to remember that the world is full of other lives happening at the same time. Everyone is carrying something. Everyone is hoping for something. Everyone is trying in their own way to feel okay. And maybe that thought makes you feel less alone. Maybe it reminds you that you are part of something larger, even in quiet moments like this. You are not behind. You are not too late. You are not failing because you need softness. You are not weak because you are tired. You are human, and humans need rest. Humans need comfort. Humans need room to breathe. The world will always tell you to go faster, do more, answer quickly, improve constantly, stay productive, stay available, keep moving. But your body and mind are always speaking too, even when they speak more quietly. Sometimes they ask for stillness. Sometimes they ask for silence. Sometimes they ask for 1 hour where nothing is forced. And when you listen to that, something inside you begins to trust you more. You begin to feel safer in your own care. The room is warmer now. The light has shifted a little. Your drink is not as hot as before, but it still tastes good. You sit back and watch the morning continue. You do not need to turn this into anything. You do not need to make it useful. You can let it simply be beautiful. That is enough. Beauty does not always need a reason. Peace does not always need an explanation. Sometimes a quiet morning is valuable just because it lets your heart slow down. You think about the version of yourself that has been trying so hard, the version of you that keeps going even when things are messy, the version of you that holds so much inside and still makes it through the day. That version of you deserves kindness too. That version of you deserves a softer voice, a slower pace, and a little more understanding. Maybe today you can give yourself that. Maybe today you do not speak to yourself so harshly. Maybe today you let yourself be learning, changing, growing, and resting all at the same time. Maybe today you stop asking yourself to be everything all at once. The morning continues, and the quiet stays with you. It does not disappear all at once. It remains in the room, in the air, in the feeling of your hands around the cup, in the stillness between one thought and the next. And even as the day slowly begins to ask more from you, there is still a part of this calm that stays behind, like a soft place inside you that you can return to again and again. You breathe in, you breathe out, you listen. You stay here a little longer, and the world keeps moving gently outside the window, while the light keeps rising, and the room keeps filling with morning, and everything feels like it is still unfolding, slowly, quietly, one soft moment at a time. And there is no need to rush away from it, because this moment is still here, and the day is still beginning, and you are still sitting in the quiet, watching the light move, feeling the air change, noticing the peace that keeps arriving in small ways, again and again, as the morning goes on. You stay in that quiet space a little longer, letting the stillness settle deeper inside you. The light now touches more of the room, slowly reaching the corners that were darker before. It feels like everything is gently waking up, not all at once, but in soft, quiet layers. You notice how the air feels different now, a little warmer, a little more alive. Even the silence has changed. It is no longer the deep silence of early morning, but something lighter, something that carries the beginning of a new day. You shift slightly in your seat, not because you need to, but because your body feels more awake now. Your hands move around the cup again, feeling its warmth, even as it cools. There is something comforting about holding on to something simple, something steady, something that does not ask anything from you except to be present with it. You take another slow breath, and this time it feels deeper, easier, like your body is remembering how to relax on its own. Your thoughts begin to move again, but they are softer now. They are not as loud or overwhelming. They come and go in a quieter way, like distant sounds instead of sharp interruptions. You might think about your plans for today, or something you said yesterday, or something you still need to do. But instead of getting pulled into those thoughts, you let them pass by. You see them, but you do not chase them. You notice them, but you do not hold on to them. Outside the window, there is more movement now. A person walking by, a car passing slowly, maybe the sound of a door closing somewhere far away. Life is starting again, just like it always does. But you are still here, in your own space, in your own pace, and there is no pressure to match the speed of the world right away. You are allowed to move slowly. You are allowed to begin gently. You look at the sky again, and it is brighter now. The soft colors have changed into something clearer, something more defined. The day is becoming real, becoming active, becoming full. But instead of feeling overwhelmed by that, you feel grounded. Because you gave yourself this moment first. You gave yourself time to arrive before everything else begins. There is something powerful about starting your day like this. Not rushing, not reacting, not immediately stepping into noise or stress. Just sitting, breathing, noticing. It may seem small, but it changes the way the rest of your day unfolds. It creates space inside you. It gives you a place to return to when things feel too fast later on. You begin to notice your body more, the way your shoulders feel, the way your back rests against the chair, the way your feet touch the ground. Everything feels a little more connected, a little more balanced. You are not just moving through your day without noticing yourself. You are here. You are present. You are aware of your own space. Sometimes we forget how important that is. We move from one moment to the next without ever stopping to feel where we are. We respond to everything around us, but we do not always listen to what is happening inside us. And over time, that can make everything feel heavier. But moments like this change that. They remind you that you are allowed to slow down, that you are allowed to check in with yourself. Your drink is almost finished now. The warmth is still there, but it is softer, like everything else around you. You place the cup down gently and rest your hands in your lap. There is no rush to get up, no sudden movement, just a quiet continuation of this moment. You listen again, not just to the outside world, but to the space around you, the subtle sounds, the quiet pauses, the gentle rhythm of everything existing at once. It is not loud, but it is full. It is not busy, but it is alive. You realize that peace does not mean everything is silent or perfect. It means there is room, room to breathe, room to think, room to feel without being overwhelmed. And right now, you have that room. As the minutes pass, you feel more steady, more prepared, but not rushed, more awake, but not overwhelmed. The kind of readiness that comes from calm, not from pressure. The kind of energy that feels sustainable, not forced. You think about how you will carry this feeling into the rest of your day. Not perfectly, not constantly, but in small ways. Maybe in the way you speak. Maybe in the way you react. Maybe in the way you pause before responding. Maybe in the way you give yourself a moment, even when things feel busy. The world outside continues to move. People continue their routines. The day continues to build. But inside, there is still a quiet place. A place you created just by stopping, just by breathing, just by being here. And even as you begin to slowly shift your focus toward the day ahead, you do not leave this calm behind completely. It stays with you, like a soft layer underneath everything else. A quiet reminder that you can always return to this feeling, even for a few seconds at a time. You take one more slow breath, noticing how natural it feels now. Not forced, not guided, just steady and easy. Your body knows how to do this. Your mind knows how to slow down. You just needed to give it the chance. The light continues to fill the room, touching everything a little more fully now. The morning is no longer just beginning. It is becoming something more. And you are becoming part of it. Slowly, gently, without rushing into it all at once. You sit there just a little longer, letting everything settle one more time. Letting the quiet stretch just a bit further. Letting the moment stay, even as it begins to shift into something new. And there is no need to move too quickly, because the calm is still here, and the day is still unfolding, and you are still right in the middle of it, breathing, noticing, allowing everything to continue in its own time, one soft moment after another, as the morning carries on. You begin to notice that the calm you feel is not something fragile. It does not disappear the moment the day becomes louder. It is still there, quietly sitting beneath everything, like a steady background that does not need attention to exist. Even as your mind starts to think a little more clearly, a little more actively, there is still space between your thoughts. There is still softness in the way they move. You slowly shift your posture again, maybe stretching your arms just a little, feeling the gentle movement in your body. It is not rushed or forced. It is natural, like your body is waking up at its own pace. You feel the small tension leaving your shoulders, leaving your neck, leaving places you did not even realize were tight before. And with each small movement, you feel more open, more at ease. Outside, the world is becoming brighter and more detailed. The shapes are clearer now. The colors are stronger. The movement is more frequent. But instead of feeling pulled into it immediately, you observe it for just a little longer. You watch without reacting. You listen without needing to respond. You allow yourself to stay in this gentle space, even as everything else continues forward. There is a quiet confidence growing inside you. Not loud, not overwhelming, but steady. It comes from knowing that you can handle the day without rushing into it. It comes from realizing that you do not need to meet everything all at once. You can take things one step at a time, one moment at a time, just like this. You think about how often people wake up and immediately feel pressure. Pressure to move fast. Pressure to be productive. Pressure to answer everything quickly. But right now, you are choosing something different. You are choosing to begin slowly. And that choice changes the feeling of everything that comes after. You let your gaze move around the room again, noticing familiar things in a new way. The way the light rests on surfaces. The quiet corners that still hold a bit of shadow. The small details that are always there, but often unnoticed. It feels like you are seeing everything more clearly, not because anything changed, but because you slowed down enough to notice. Your breathing remains steady. In and out, calm and even. It feels like a quiet rhythm that stays with you, something you can return to at any moment. Even later, when the day becomes busier, this rhythm will still be there, waiting for you to notice it again. You begin to feel ready, but not in a rushed way. Ready in a calm way. ready in a grounded way, like you can step into the day without losing yourself in it, like you can move forward while still holding onto this quiet center inside you. Maybe you reach for something nearby. Maybe you stand up slowly. Maybe you take one last look outside the window. Whatever you do it gently. There is no sudden shift, no sharp transition, just a gradual movement from stillness into motion. And even as you begin to move, the calm follows you. It does not stay behind in the chair or by the window. It moves with you, quietly, steadily, like something that now belongs to you. Something you created simply by allowing yourself to pause. You take another breath, and it feels natural. Easy, like your body has found its balance again. Your mind feels clearer, but also softer. Not empty, not completely quiet, but not overwhelming either. Just present, just aware. As the day continues to open, you begin to step into it slowly. Not all at once, not all together, but piece by piece. A small action, a simple task, a gentle start. And with each step, you carry a bit of this calm with you. There will be moments later when things feel faster. Moments when your thoughts become louder again. Moments when the world asks more from you. But now you know something important. You know that you can return to this feeling. You know that even a few seconds of stillness can bring you back here. That knowledge stays with you, quietly. It does not need to be repeated. It does not need to be forced. It simply exists, like a quiet reminder in the background of your day. You move a little more now, becoming part of the morning instead of just observing it. The sounds around you feel closer. The light feels brighter. The energy of the day begins to surround you. But inside, there is still that softness, that steadiness, that space you created for yourself. And even as everything continues to unfold, there is no need to rush ahead of it. There is no need to push yourself faster than you are ready to go. You can meet the day at your own pace. You can move through it in your own way. You take one more slow breath, feeling it fully, from beginning to end. And as you exhale, there is a quiet sense of ease that stays with you. Not something you need to hold tightly, but something that naturally remains. The morning continues. The world continues. You continue. And everything moves forward together, gently, steadily, without urgency, without pressure, just a quiet unfolding of moments, one after another as you keep going, slowly, calmly, staying connected to that soft, steady place inside you, while the day keeps opening and the light keeps shifting, and everything around you keeps moving, and you are still right here, breathing, noticing, allowing it all to continue, without needing to rush, without needing to stop, just letting the rhythm carry on again and again as the day stretches further and the calm remains, quietly, endlessly, still with you as everything flows onward. And as you continue moving through the morning, you begin to notice how each moment connects to the next without effort. Nothing feels forced. Nothing feels too heavy to carry right now. Even the smallest actions feel lighter, like they are part of a natural flow instead of something you have to push yourself through. You might walk into another room, or stand near the window a little longer, or simply pause where you are. Wherever you go, there is still a quiet awareness with you. You notice the feeling of your steps, the way the floor supports you, the way your body moves without needing to think about every detail. There is something comforting in realizing that not everything requires effort. Some things just happen, gently and naturally. The sounds around you continue to build, but they do not feel overwhelming. They layer softly into the background. A distant voice, a passing car, the quiet hum of something nearby. None of it pulls you away from yourself. You remain centered, steady, present in your own space. You begin to realize that this feeling is not something rare or difficult to reach. It was always here, just waiting for you to slow down enough to notice it. It was never far away. It was never hidden. It simply exists in the moments where you choose not to rush past everything. Your thoughts return again, but they are still calm. You may think about something you need to do later, or something you want to say, or something you have been thinking about for a while. But now, those thoughts feel more organized, more gentle. They do not feel like pressure. They feel like possibilities. You allow those thoughts to be there without letting them take control. You stay aware of your breathing, your body, the space around you. And that awareness creates a balance, a quiet stability that keeps you grounded, even as your mind moves. The day continues to grow around you. The light is stronger now, filling the space completely. Shadows are softer, less noticeable. Everything feels more open, more awake. And you are part of that, slowly stepping into it without losing the calm you started with. There is no need to rush into everything all at once. You can take your time. You can move from one thing to the next with intention, even if those things are small, even if they are simple. Every small step still matters. Every quiet moment still counts. You begin to notice how your energy feels different when you move like this. Not rushed, not tense, not scattered. Just steady, just focused, just present. It is a different kind of energy, one that does not burn out quickly, one that can last longer because it is not built on pressure. You pause again for a moment, not because you have to, but because you can. Because you know now that pauses are allowed, that stillness is allowed, that you do not have to fill every second with something. In that pause, you feel the same calm you felt earlier. It has not gone anywhere. It is still here, just as quiet, just as steady. And that reminds you that this feeling is something you can return to at any time, not just in the morning, not just in moments of silence, but even in the middle of your day. You take another breath, slow and natural. It feels easy now, like your body understands the rhythm without needing guidance. In and out, gentle and steady. A quiet anchor that keeps you connected to yourself. The world around you continues to move forward, but you are no longer trying to keep up with everything at once. You are moving with it, not against it. You are allowing things to unfold instead of trying to control every part of it. There is something peaceful about that, something freeing, something that reminds you that you do not need to carry everything all the time. You can let some things pass. You can let some things wait. You can choose what truly needs your attention. As you continue through your space, you notice more small details. The way light reflects off surfaces, the quiet stillness in certain corners, the feeling of air moving gently around you. These details are always there, but now they feel more visible, more meaningful. You are not rushing past your environment anymore. You are experiencing it. You are part of it. You are aware of it in a way that feels calm and natural. And even as the day becomes more active, there is still no need to lose this feeling. You can carry it with you, step by step, moment by moment. You can return to it whenever you need, even if only for a few seconds at a time. You begin to move a little more freely now, more engaged with the day, but still grounded, still calm, still connected to that quiet space inside you. It does not disappear. It simply becomes part of everything you do. There will be moments when things feel faster again, moments when your thoughts try to rush ahead, moments when the world feels louder. But now you know something different. You know that you can slow down, even briefly. You know that you can take a breath, notice your surroundings, and come back to this steady place. That understanding stays with you, quietly shaping the way you move through your day. It does not need to be forced. It does not need to be perfect. It simply continues, just like your breathing, just like the flow of time. You continue forward, gently, calmly, allowing each moment to arrive and pass without holding on to it too tightly. There is no need to rush ahead. There is no need to stay behind. You are exactly where you are, and that is enough. The day keeps opening, one moment at a time. The light keeps shifting. The sounds keep changing. Everything continues, moving forward in its own rhythm. And you move with it, not quickly, not slowly, just naturally. You stay connected to your breath, to your body, to the quiet awareness that started this morning. And even as everything around you continues to unfold, that awareness remains steady, like a soft presence that does not fade, like a quiet thread that continues through each moment, guiding you gently forward as the day carries on, and you keep moving with it, calmly, steadily, without needing to rush, without needing to stop, just allowing everything to continue, one soft moment after another, as the rhythm of the day flows on.